Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers, Facebookians. Today was another down in the dumps day. Yeah, that's right, down in the dumps. What does that mean exactly? I'll tell you. First of all, uh, today wasn't bad, but today wasn't great either. I got nagged at, reprimanded, you name it, from Aaron. Usually I try to keep it to myself, but he was nagging about things. He's like, well, some of the crappy things he said was like, I have no common sense or this or that, and I shouldn't do this and I shouldn't do that and blah blah blah. And yeah, so he reprimands me, and then it's like I don't know. I really don't know. All I know is I got reprimanded, and then he yells at me. I was telling him how I was having some nice conversations with Heather, and some with Angela, and some with Annie. Annie's Filipino. And then I was complaining about my cheese that hasn't been delivered. It's not available, so I was grumping about that, and then I was grumping about how the only gift right now it's going to come on time is his gift, and he's just like, couldn't have got me anything, blah, 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 blah. I don't want to hear it about Angela. I don't want to hear it about Heather. Heather and Angela, they're great friends of yours. I want to be friends with them too. But I don't think it'll work out between you and them. And I don't think it's going to work out if I was interested in any of them. Then he goes on to rant and rave about how Angela is more his type because he doesn't care if she sleeps 30 hours a day or 30 hours at a time. He could just go off and do things by himself, whereas he's like, I gotta deal with you. I know you don't like being alone, so unless you're reading and then you want to be alone, but otherwise he says, I know you don't like being alone, so technically, and I'm like, he's like, besides that, Angela's from my analyzation, she's a hermit, and she's more fitting my calibration over if I was going to pursue someone over her sister. And he says the sister, on the other hand, well, has an interest. How he put it is, I have interests like her because she posted something to me, and I was asking Aaron something about Christmas, and it turns out that she told me something about Heather, that is something about being goth. Well, Aaron's like, I'm goth, I lived as a goth going to school, people left me alone, blah blah blah. So I just said, fine, if this is what you want, go. I was very angry, kinda. Every time, it's like, you should just be single, blah blah blah. Well, the point, I was on a dating site, as everyone knows, and I deleted the account because I just got fed up with it. Now I'm getting tired of listening to his lip, and all I hear is women. Women want money, six pack, and this and that. He's kind of discouraging me to the point where I just want to watch movies when I want, play video games when I want, and read. Look at this. I'm getting into The Lonesome Dove, and the book is really good. And then I told Aaron tonight I'm going to have some coffee. You go do your apps online. I will go and read this. He's like, good. A good book's what you need. You don't need to deal with women. He said, you don't need to deal with women folk. Women folk, it's just the third degree. I would like to share this with someone, but I can't. My heart's basically heavy as is because of it, I don't know what to think anymore, It's just my heart is heavy. Very heavy, and I don't know what to do. I'm good with words, I'm good with text, but I just don't know. So, tomorrow I want to tackle the last spreadsheet and tackle those other two small spreadsheets. Then we got two more movies to watch. We watched The Great Gatsby. Now, mind you, The Great Gatsby ain't bad from 1974. Problem is, it was just boring. Frankly, like Aaron was trying to nudge me last night. He's like, hey, read it. And I'm like, I woke up. I was like, what's wrong? You fell asleep. I'm sorry, the movie was boring. He's like, well, you're into action and stuff. I'm not into. I am into cowboy movies, but I'm also into action movies and some love movies. If you see this thing, it's just going so slow for the story. This I've seen the movie twice, so I understand the movie better than most. I also know there's a few other movies that are based off this guy's Lonesome Dove series. Then Aaron's like, well, I don't think that'll be my cup of tea. So I emailed Aaron's dad, a long while ago about this book series. It was a long while ago. And he says, well, whenever you get into it, let me know. Because he likes books himself. He collects and he fancies himself, he likes books. And, I'm getting into books, and, books are one of the prizes of life, You can sit down and enjoy it. There's almost 16,000 Western books. Whereas Aaron's like, well, books are good, movies are good, but you can only do so many movies before you burn yourself. And that's why I get Amazon Prime for a full year next month. And I'm on the trial. Full year. Guess what? Then I can watch Star Trek, the original series, for the entire season. I can watch Star Trek The Next Generation, Star Trek Deep Space Nine, Star Trek Voyager, Star Trek Enterprise. Those are the other ones I want to watch. And Aaron's like, well, if those are the only series, you'll have them done by April. Big deal. April's not bad. There's nothing more to do in this town. It's winter time. Yeah, let me put it to you this way. Aaron and I are good friends, but I'm starting to wonder if Aaron doesn't want me to be happy myself, because every time I turn around, Aaron's like, you're not compatible with these girls. Well, what's my type? Well, you like to talk, you like to show me stuff. Any girl that likes you won't like you for these actions, because you'll be like, hey, check this out, while they want to read or play a video game. Instead, I gotta get up. Then I gotta look at it, it's like, oh yeah, I've seen that. And going back to the game, don't show me again. Or whatever, and it's like, yeah, Aaron's cool and all, but sometimes he just reprimands me for the stupidest stuff. Well, I'm like telling him, yeah, it's really interesting. I'm trying to bond with, the future, sister-in-law. And he's like, you're never going to marry them. They're not going to come to you, so what's the point? It's all talk. That's what Aaron says. So, deep down, it's all Aaron talks about, I'm getting to the point in my life where I'm too tired and burned out to listen anymore. Heck, the other day he looked at me and he goes, I did some research. I said, so did I. That whiskey that you have ain't worth anything. You should just drink it. So I go and I did some extra research and found out that it's before the owners changed hand. It's got the original seal that says, under the supervision of the Canadian government. Also, it's 10 years aged Canadian rye. That's what they call Canadian whiskey. It's actually a Canadian rye whiskey. I didn't know that. Well, he's like, well, is it worth anything? It was put in the cask in 1994, and in 2004 2004 it was put on the shelf. From 2004 to 2006 was just sitting for 2 years, just on the shelf. We got it. It's 2014 almost. I haven't opened it. It hasn't dissipated not one drop. Guess what? I find that booze be a collectible. Even though people are sitting there, I got a bottle of original bottle, unopened Crown Royal, and people are, oh, it's only $90. It's like, I don't know. Anyways, tomorrow, like I said, that's the plan. I don't know what movies we're going to be watching tonight. Or not tonight, tomorrow or whatever. And next month I'm going to be ordering some movies. I will brief you on those soon. I also am putting together our weekly video for me and Aaron, which is tomorrow. We might do 2 or 3. Just depends on our mood and what we're talking about topic-wise. The topics are right here. I'm putting in one right now because there's one that came to me, and I like the color green. This is a 4-way pin, so it's got green, red, black, and blue, and I like green for everything. So, anyways, that's all I wanted to say. I'm not doing too bad. Yeah, no, except for I'm kind of cranky at the fact that I'm disappointed in Aaron in some ways, reprimanding me about he's tired of hearing me talk about my cheese not coming. He's tired of hearing me talk about Heather, Angela, and how I'm like, yeah, it's great that me and him are. I mean, I'm conversing with them off and on. He, I think, doesn't care about any of them. So, you know how that goes. I don't know what to think anymore. Frankly, I'm getting to the point in my life where I just want to be a hermit myself and say the hell with a lot. So, with that said, please unsubscribe if you like. Please post comments in the box if you like. Please add me as a friend if you like. Thank you. Have a nice day.